Hey viewers, what is up? I'm Liquid, and today I have a amazing comeback gameplay along with some tips for Dark Matter Camo. So we joined in at halftime. It was 10 to 100, and I'll let you watch what happens. I did chop it up a little bit. It was a very long game to kind of have to bring that back. Anyways, hopefully you enjoy it, but overall, I just wanted to talk a little bit about Dark Matter Camo because everyone, of course, is hunting for it and they just want it, and it does take a little bit of time. It took me about 2.5 weeks. That's playing, you know, maybe like 5 days a week, and during the weekdays playing, I guess, like 4 or 5 hours after work. So it wasn't like I guess went for 2 weeks solid and just, you know, just played 8-10 hours a day. Obviously it doesn't take that long, but it really just comes down to how fast you can get headshots. The headshots probably are going to take you the longest. So if you haven't even looked at your camos yet, you have to get all camos diamond. So no matter if it's a primary or a secondary, so you need to get your knife done, you need to get your primary ARs, your SMGs, everything. So just some quick tips, of course. Your SMGs are probably going to be your easier ones. So to get headshots with SMGs, what I did was played in core. Now, you can play hardcore. Of course, hardcore is going to be a little bit less bullets, but the thing is, with some of these guns that shoot really fast, it's easy to miss headshots. So what I did was I ran at people and shot about neck to chest as a hip fire, and I kind of nailed them. Now, the Vesper and a few of the other guns are going to be a little bit easier as far as accuracy. Of course, the Weevil is really accurate. The Razorback, I would say the SMGs and the ARs are a little bit easier. Now, on the ARs to get your long shots, I made a video about that a while back. Make sure you're using your variable sight to get your headshots and also your long shots. So those two guns are not the big deal. Now, the ones that I had issues with was the Haymaker. So if you try to get in the shotguns are not that bad if you're using the Argus or the KRM. If you're trying to get the Haymaker, best advice on the Haymaker: use long barrel. So, you know, get what you can in hardcore, but if you cannot get a lot of kills, or a lot of headshots, I mean, because the Haymaker and the Brecci, I don't know how to say that gun. Anyways, those guns you do have to get headshots with. My best advice is get as many kills as you can. Don't worry about headshots. If you get a headshot, that's cool. Get your long barrel. Once you have long barrel, take it into hardcore, hit fire at the face, and, you know, tap, 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 since they're semi-automatic shotguns. And that will make it a little bit easier. Now, the other guns that I had a little bit of issues with were the Dingo, just because it shoots really quick and it doesn't, I guess, do a lot of damage. And it's kind of hard sometimes to find the face. With the LMGs, what I mainly did was actually threw on the variable sight again, threw on grip, and I would zoom it out and just like sit there and shoot at the face. It actually is a really accurate gun doing that, and I finished off the Dingo really fast. However, initially it was a pain in the ass. Same thing with the Dredge. Both of those were just overall not fun to do. So that's just my best advice. You know, a lot of these things I'd go to hardcore for. Core won't be that bad for some of your, I guess, LMGs, since, you know, it's a kind of a melting gun anyway. It just gives you enough health to, I guess, live by. Now, the other ones that I have, I guess, to say is the knife. I know a lot of people have the issues with the knife. The problem with the knife is the 5 streak. I know a lot of people have been like looking at that as a bloodthirster. I'm pretty positive that it's not a bloodthirster, because how I got mine was I actually pulled out a primary gun. I would get like 1 or 2 knife kills, pull out the gun, kill some people, run around the map, and try to find another spot so I can start knifing people. Now, you will still have to stay on a streak, but at the same time you're not going to have a knife streak. As long as you have 5 kills with a knife before you die, that will make it easy. After I got all, like, I think it was like 200 some knife kills, I then did all the like side challenges really fast. It probably only took me like maybe 4 hours total for the knife. Another big advice, I guess, I would advise for you to do is whenever you're trying to get all your secondaries, whether it's a launcher, a knife, a pistol, make sure you always have a secondary attached with a primary. So whenever you're going for your primary headshots, you can also be knifing people, and you can also be taking out, of course, score streaks. That is like a big, huge thing that I didn't do. And I waited towards the end, and all I was doing is playing pistol only, knives, and it took forever. So just, you know, take your time. I mean, it's not like a rush thing, especially if you're not a streamer or YouTuber where you're like, oh my gosh, I have to have this camo. Just take your time, enjoy it. Eventually you're going to get it. Just keep changing up your weapons, and you'll slowly get to where you want to be. But it will kill your KD a little bit. It will kill your score per minute, but overall, if you just keep switching your weapons, eventually you're going to get enough headshots to be able to do all the other challenges. The last thing I would suggest is on the black cell and on the, I guess, we're just going to say the launchers in general. Both launchers, best advice is to get a friend party, you know, anywhere from 3 to 6 people. You throw engineer on so you can change care packages. Every single person run care packages, change them, and then whenever it's a sentry gun, a guardian, a Cerberus, or whatever you need to shoot down, you let the enemies have that care package. And whenever you let them have it, then that means you can then shoot it down, and then you can start getting your challenges done. So that's my best advice. That's how I got all mine done, at least the launchers. It took a little bit of time for the launchers just because, you know, you have to wait for people to actually put stuff up. Anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully this helps you out. And until next time, guys, I am Liquid, and I'm out.